All right, and we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. I have no idea why my camera's doing that. It looks like there's a hole burning in my ceiling. But anyway, I will try and sort that out as we go. Um, Not sure what the issue with that is. So, big game today. I think that we'll see probably a bit closer than is expected. I reckon the Sharks will, despite being what they should be favourites. I think they will come up against a bit of a tough ask in this Cheetahs side. They played they played decently against Zebra last weekend, and I think Zebra went and got a win last night against a team I think I fancied over them. So another prediction I made that went the other way as per usual. So if you are backing a team, back the team I don't choose. Right, who did Zebra beat last night? Let's have a quick squiz. Zebra beat Oyano. Okay, so they beat Oyano last night, 21 points to 14. So not bad. But anyway, the Cheetahs coming off of the back of a win, and as well as the Sharks, obviously. But the most important thing being that the Cheetahs have not played much top flight rugby in quite a while, and they managed to get that win. The Sharks coming off the back of a good win in the first round against Poe, um, and hoping to continue that form because it looks like they're finally coming right after a very stuttery start in the URC. So I'm just gonna get the stream up now because at the moment my laptop's not agreeing with me, and neither is the streaming site I'm using. Nah. All right. So the game should be underway now. I'm just trying to get flipping hold of the stream. There we go. Yeah. And we'll go through the. Oh, the game has literally just kicked off. So we'll go through the team sheet in the first couple of minutes. Sharks wearing white, Cheetahs in their traditional orange. Um, Sharks having the gold numbers now on the back of their kit. Pinar feeds the fly half in what's his name? Lawrence, who clears. Decent clearance from the fly half. Um, Gets up to about halfway. So we'll go through the teams quickly while we set this line up. The Cheetahs, they've got Cameron Dawson, Marnus van der Merwe, and Henkus van Beek in the front row. Renier Bernardo had a good game last weekend. And Victor Sekikete, who is captaining the side today. Ian van der Merwe, Friedel Olivier, and Andre Rudolph. Big back rows that played very well last weekend. Sharks throw to the front of the line and set the maul. Ron Pinar, the age-old number 9 at 9, Lawrence at 10, Cohen Jasper at 11, Reynard Fortain at 12, Ivadi Boshoff, Daniel Kasende, and Tapua Mafura, who's got one lethal step on him. Cheetahs doesn't have the ball through Daniel Kasende, who boots it downfield into the Sharks 22. Bosch catches and clears back. Pinar to his fly half. Oh, sorry, it was the other way around. The fly half to Pinar, who then launches a kick back and finds a very good touch finder inside the Sharks' 10-meter line. The Sharks going through them 1 to 15. Oxencare, Karen van Vuren, and Kunny Oosthuizen. Even at Smith, Rue Roots, James Fenter, Pepsi Butele, and Sikumbuzo Noche make up the forward pack. Grant Williams gets a start over Jaden Hendrickson this weekend. Cohen Bosch, Makazole Mapimpi, Francois Fenter, Lucanio Am, who is captaining, Werner Koch, and Apelele Fassi. And we will get to the benches in a few minutes. But Sharks will definitely be wanting to make a statement in this game. They have had a good start to the Challenge Cup, but not a great URC so far. The Sharks throw over their own line out, and Cheetahs hooker comes away with it, who barges over 2 Sharks players. And they're almost up to the Sharks 22 here. Pinar out to his big number 4 in what's his name? Rena Bernardo. They dab it through. Werner Koch's gonna have to chase back quickly here. He's not taking it back over, I don't think. So it should be a goal line dropout. But Cheetah's showing, a bit of aggro here, and I like it. I like it a lot. going to be a tough a test for the Sharks. It's not going to be a lie down and roll over us game, which I like. The Sharks need these kind of matches. So Bosch will be getting us restarted with the goal line dropout. He does. He launches it up to halfway. Finds his big number 8, who decides to charge straight in, and he's met by Am and Botelesi. Pienaar feeds his forwards. Oh, and it's not a good switch up with them, and the ball's gone loose, but they have gathered it again. Pienaar with a dink over the top of the back of that ruck, and he spots the space, gets it deep inside the Sharks 22. So Pienaar really managing the game well so far. Obviously, played countless games for the Sharks in his previous club endeavors, shall we say? And it's interesting to see him playing against the Sharks now. I do like the design of the Challenge Cup balls. Really nice black and green design. Love it. So it'll be Karen van Vuren to throw into the front to the line out. I imagine they'll go to Leroux Roots. No, they go to Etzebeth in the middle. The takeout's clean. He pops up to Grant Williams. Grant Williams to Venter. Trying to set up the platform for a clearance kick here. Go to Grant Williams goes to Bosch. Bosch has a decent amount of time, but he has not found touch. He's kicked it straight to Kasende, who swings it infield to Mafura. Mafura just ambling forwards, decides to put on a bit of a step. Doesn't really get through a tackle, so brought down. Lawrence off to his big forwards. Pienaar to Lawrence again. Jimmy's inside and is met well by the Sharks, but recycling of the Cheetahs is good so far. Bernardo out to his winger in Jasper, who had a decent game last weekend, I thought. Cheetahs using their big forwards, and they are big, make no mistake. They've got some big forwards. Lawrence at the back, using the back line. Mafura steps back inside. Etzebeth gets him down. Oxenchair tries to get over, doesn't quite get it. It's a good tackle there from Mapimpi. He reads the move well. Pienaar out to his forwards in Sekekete. Pienaar, who's number 13, Boshoff. And the Cheetahs have lost it. And Pepsi Buttigledi's come away with it, although then he's lost it in the tackle. So they'll come back for the initial knock-on. And Buttigledi would be annoyed with that. If he got it away to Werner Koch, it would have been an interesting battle with him one-on-one. And it was a good tackle there from James Fenter to dislodge the ball from the attacking Cheetahs player. So, first scrum of the game. And Sharks, arguably with their two strongest front row props in Cunio Stasner and Oxenchair. Karen van Vuren is in the middle. Obviously, Bongi Ombanambi is injured, I imagine. Yeah, he must be injured. So I don't recall him leaving the Sharks. Pack weights. I think the Cheetahs are actually quite a bit heavier there, unless I didn't manage to see it in time. No, it must be the Sharks. Actually, no, the Sharks do have a light back row, so I imagine it is the Cheetahs that are heavier. And the scrum. Oh, there's a free kick at the scrum. Cheetahs are pushing early. No stability and pushing early, so the referee awards a free kick. I'm trying to think of actually who is the heavier pack here. And actually, you know what? I think it probably is the Sharks, just because they've got Oxenchair and Cunio Stasen and Ibn Etzebeth. Like, those are all big, just like heavy men. So, Sharks will scrum again, looking to assert some dominance with their big front row. Karen van Vuren obviously got one current Springbok and one ex-Springbok on either side of him, which is quite a nice platform to have. So, Shark, Grant Williams feeds it in. And he decides to go blind here to Bosch. Bosch unleashes Fenter. Fenter to Werner Koch, who's got it on the outside here. He decides to stab it through. I think he's kicked it. Oh, the bounce is great. And Mafura is going to have to run it out because he's taken it over his line. He's done really well there as Mafura. Although his kick has not gone out. Fassi Varsity flings it in field to Mapimpi. Mapimpi steps his man. Mapimpi's on his bike, decides to pass to Van Furen, who's back. Out to Lucanio Am, who steps inside, beats the tackle of Pinar, but is then caught from behind. Grant Williams feeds inside to LaRue Roots, is a massive human being. Cheetahs trying to slow this ball down, but they give away the penalty. Grant Williams thinks about going quickly, and we know how dangerous he is with the quick tap and go. So good play there from the Sharks, and the bounce there off that kick from Werner Koch, just perfect. But Mafura deals with it really well. He would have wanted the ball to bounce out instead of back in field, but Cohen Bosch with the first chance for points in this first half, and Sharks will be happy with how they've started there. Let's see, guys in the chat, how are we doing? How are we doing? Got about 43 people watching at the moment. Who we reckon is going to win this? Let's see. More people backing the Sharks to win this game. Not too, kind of what I thought it would be. Don't forget, get your score predictions in the chat, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Join our fan group if you are interested. You'll get some exclusive stuff down there. And then also check out our sponsors in BitDefender and BOYLESPORTS for both internet security and betting. Bosch launches his kick and it's pulled to the left. And so the score will remain 3 points to, 0-0. And Bosch will be disappointed with that. He would have fancied his chances of getting that kick over. And he'll be frustrated with that kick. No, the Sharks do not have the lead yet. Cheetahs will have a 22 dropout. He'll be annoyed. He'll have wanted to get that scoreboard ticking. Ron Pino will have the dropout. Fenter will be on the line trying to charge him down. Gets it over the man and gets it up to about the Sharks 22. Bosch will launch his own high bomb for, I think it's Fassi to chase. Lawrence is met by Fassi. Fassi brings him down. Sharks are trying to get over it, but no, the ball's come out. Here's Cassende stepping in one way and then the other. Grant Williams eventually wraps him up, but there's a penalty here, I think, for a high tackle. So the Cheetahs will have a clearance kick off a Punisher. Good game from Blue Bulls last night. I was watching it actually. It was a decent game. Deserved 2 cards and none given. I can't remember the incidents that you're talking about. Punisher. I thought it was poor overall game management from both sides, and just a bit. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's lazy from Fussy. He should have done better in that tackle. So yes, nothing cynical. It's just a bit too high and managed to grab his ear. So Cheetahs will have thrown to the line out. Cheetahs go to the front of the line out. They and then back to their hooker in what's his name, Manus van der Merwe. But the Sharks managed to pilfer it here. Williams feeds LaRue Roots. Williams again. I think they'll look to box. Yep, he'll look to box kick here. Cohen Bosch is not deep. Grant Williams box kicks. Mapimpi to chase. Cassende takes on his man, but is met well by James Venter, and he's knocked it on. Sharks have got a turnover here. Bosch. There's a lot of loose passes here. LaRue Roots does well. Oxen chair. Beautiful spiral pass there. Fenter dabs it through. Mafura is met by Fenter. So the Cheetahs have it on halfway, about 5 meters from touch. Eno feeds lower. No, sorry, feeds his number 7, and then is tipped on to the big prop in Cameron Dawson. Again, was thinking about the kick in Afrikaans Kaklef. Yeah, I know. Oh, and Mapimpi's dropped it cold. and it'll be a knock on. So it'll be a scrum to the Cheetahs. Chuck your Elridge van Rooyen first. What first comment? Nice. Don't forget to get your score predictions in, guys. I want to see what you guys reckon the score of this game will be. I have a feeling it'll be a lot closer than expected. And then also let me know where you're watching from. I always love finding out where you guys check in from. I know most of you are South African, but let me know anyway. So Cheetahs dominating possession and territory in this opening 13 minutes with 69% possession and 67% territory. So the Sharks need to get hold of the ball and keep hold of the ball. Roots sporting a nice shiner under that right eye of his. From the last game against Po. In fact, tomorrow night I will be in France, not about an hour and a half from Po. So I'll be down in that area of the world. Pienaar feeds the scrum, comes back quickly. Kasende steps one, and they're into the 22. Pienaar recycles, goes wide, and it's not a great pass, and there are Cheetahs players just getting in the way here, but no penalty. They're inside the 22 now. Fortain has it. What's his name? Lawrence, that's it. Pienaar, using his forwards here in Henkus van Veek. Cheetahs are doing well here. Bernardo. Cox tries to get over, but he's not got the ball there. Sharks told to get their hands off it. Pienaar to Olivier. Frigel. It sounds German. Sekekete. Met well by Buthelezi. Pienaar again. Lawrence tries to feed Fortain. He can't do it. Mapimpi picks it up. Sharks have a turnover ball. Grant Williams feeds James Fenter. And I think Bosch is in the pocket here. But it looks like the Sharks will try and play a bit more. Nope, they go back this time to Fussy, who launches a kick. It's an all right kick. It's not fabulous, but it does relieve some pressure. About 10 meters out of the Sharks 22. So 15 minutes gone. The score is still 0-0. If the Sharks get more of the ball, it would be a high score, I believe. Speedrunner 42. Yes, if the Sharks can maintain that possession when they get it, they certainly have the back line to do some damage. But this Cheetah side, they're decent. They're playing well, and they're putting Sharks under pressure. And good on them. Good on them for doing so. It's been a long time since I've watched the Cheetahs play. Obviously, I did stream the game last weekend, but so the Cheetahs go to the front, set them all. Bernardo takes it well. Roots tries to get over that one, but can't do so. The Sharks have managed that line out more well. Cuneo stays and using his heft to completely stop the runner. Free little fear with good hands. Roots gets him around his ankles. Pienaar to Lawrence. Lawrence outside, feeds back in. Fortain stepping. Sorry, it's Boshoff stepping inside. Pienaar to Olivier. They're almost up to the 22 here. Pienaar to Lawrence. Lawrence out the back to Fortain. Fortain stabs it through for Jasper to chase. He's got it. Oh, and he tries to kick it through. He kicks it straight to Mapimpi and then shepherds Mapimpi into touch. But a great little bit of football there from the winger in Cohen Jasper. Sharks under a lot of pressure here. The Sharks are being pinned back in their 22. And Jasper, if he managed to get that over Mapimpi, he probably would have scored. Great cover and catch from Mapimpi there to ensure that no try was scored. And it is obviously at the Cheetahs' home stadium, and it looks like a very empty stadium, which you'd expect considering they have not played top flight rugby for quite a long time. Leroux Roots just getting some treatment on his shoulder there. He's made some big hits so far in this 16 minutes and carried well. He's a big correction. He's a massive young man. He's been at the Sharks a couple of years now. And he's certainly certainly will be relishing the opportunity to be alongside Ibn Etzebeth. Speedrunner, if you what do you reckon the score will be the way it's going at the moment? And Punisher, you too. What do you guys reckon? What are you predicting the score line will read at the end of this game? And also, let me know what you think of the other games that have gone. You talked about the Bulls. What about the other teams that have played so far? Saracens destroying Connaught in a very high-scoring game. There are some other very close games. Obviously, the Bulls are losing by a point in what was a back and forth kind of scoreboard scenario. But some really good rugby on this weekend. So the Cheetahs will have a line out on the Sharks' 5-meter line. You think they'd set a maul here? Match stats. Cheetahs and Sharks have both had a line out each. The Sharks have lost one line out. With big players like Ed and ref just having a chat with the Sharks at the line out. He's getting frustrated with the number 9, Grant Williams. Oh, the Cheetahs go to the front, and their big hooker dives over. And it is Manus van der Merwe, who I believe scored a try against Zebro last weekend, gets the first try on the board for the Cheetahs, and it is 5 points to 0. Correction, it wasn't him who scored last weekend. This is his first try in 3 Challenge Cup appearances. And just really clever there from the Cheetahs. Throwing it to the front, they pass it back down to the front, and then back to their hooker, who powers over, I believe it was Grant Williams. Fair enough. Can't blame Grant for that. Just simple move there from the Cheetahs to get a very simple try. At the moment, I believe it would be 14 points to 19. Well, Cheetahs scoring first and almost 20 minutes on the board already. So not exactly the kind of start I expected from either of these sides. But Pinar being a seasoned kicker, you'd kind of expect this to be 7-0, although it's a difficult kick for any kicker. So we'll see how he gets on. Pinar just mumbling to himself as he prepares to kick. He launches it, and it's over. As I said, he is a very well-seasoned kicker, and the Cheetahs will lead 7 points to 0. And that's not the start that the Sharks wanted. Ooh. Excuse me. Almost 20 points, 20 minutes into this game. Sharks trailing the Cheetahs 7 points nil. Werner Koch with a brilliant tap back off that kickoff. Oh, and Fassi trying to step through the middle of the field there. He does get caught. Venter barrels over Lawrence. And the Cheetahs try to pilfer it, but do give away the penalty. And you think Bosch might try and line up his second kick here and get the Sharks on the board. Friedel Lafia is the one who's penalised. I believe from coming in from the side, maybe? No. Yeah, he holds the man in instead of letting the Sharks play. Nope, the Sharks are going to go to the corner. Yeah, Sharks are usually a second half side, you're right. But a brilliant chase there from Werner Koch to get that ball back for the Sharks. And Karen van Vuren. You're damn right, Miminia. Welcome back. Good to see you. Oh, and the Sharks have hashed their line out. And a Cheetahs player comes through, collects it, and carries it just over the 22. Pinot back to Lawrence. Lawrence launches a kick downfield. Fassi is there. And Fassi will just amble back up until he decides to step. He gets scragged and is brought down. Cheetahs are over this ball, but they have to release it, and they don't. And so the Sharks get a penalty. Awful mess at that line out there from the Sharks. And they'll now probably try and reset again. Nimenia, Sharks do not want to lose to an invitational EPCR team. You're damn right. But the way they've been playing this year, they're due a loss. They're really due a loss because they win one, they lose one. They win one emphatically, they lose one emphatically. So they are due a loss at the moment after last week's win. Good counter ruck there from the Cheetahs, but they just had to they just couldn't put their hands on the ball and they didn't release it. So the Sharks will have another go at this line out, and hopefully they'll make this one work better for them. 21 minutes gone, Sharks still scoreless, but with an opportunity here. Look, go to the front to the Luru Roots, who feeds back to Van Vuren. Van Vuren takes the ball on, makes some valuable meters there. And there's a penalty here for early in the air. And I think the Sharks will go for a 5-meter line out and go for a maul here. Sharks only 33% of the possession so far. Bosch to the corner, sets up a 5-meter line out. It's a good take there from Luru Roots and decent-ish pass down to Van Vuren, who makes a good couple of meters. So Van Vuren will go again. I imagine they'll go to Luru Roots or Etzebeth. They do go to Etzebeth, I'd say at the back, and they set the maul. The maul is moving forwards really nicely here. And Sharks should absolutely score from here. Been called once. Etzebeth takes off the back, and Etzebeth, I believe. Is it Etzebeth? Yep. Etzebeth goes over for the Sharks. And so the Sharks do find a way off the back of that rolling maul. Third try in 10 Challenge Cup appearances for Ibn Etzebeth. And with the way Bosch usually kicks, you would think that this is now a 7-point ball game. Go into the reason why the Sharks lost most of their games. If they went over, they would have won Connaught and Zebra. Yeah, but Bosch's kicking is usually very good, but the problem is that's actually all he can do well anymore. I find it hard to believe that we're taking Lionel Crenier, who is about as old as Mornay Stain, and we're not giving any game time to this fly half that we brought from the Cheetahs, I believe. I can't even remember what his name was. Matanzima, I think. And not giving him any game time. Like, why did we buy him if we're not going to? He was apparently really good last year, so we really need to give him some game time if he's not injured. What goes on indoors in SA stays indoors. Bosch, he is on target this time and draws the Sharks level with the Cheetahs 23 minutes into this game. An easy kind of flop over the line there from Ibn Etzebeth. Certainly missing his bestie in Siakalisi, who's now off the back of a rather, I'd say, disappointing loss. Stade Francais. Who did they play last night? Can't remember. Long kick from Pinar all the way to Pepsi Buthelezi, who will set the platform here for the Sharks to get their exit going. Grant Williams trying to shepherd that ball to the back. Masuku, that's it. Yeah, sorry. It's Masuku. And I just give him a chance. Like, do something new. Bosch has been there too long. So the clearance kick is taken in well by Mafura, who's tackled immediately. So Cheetahs have it on the 10-meter line now. Pinar feeds Lawrence. Lawrence feeds his forwards. Pinar again recycles. Lawrence takes on the line, passes inside to his hooker, Mons van der Merwe, who's tackled immediately. They're still on this 10-meter line. Sekikete. Mafura shows and goes, met by Venter and Luru Roots. Pinar. Oh, it's not a good inside ball from Bernardo. Pepsi Buthelesi's picked it up. Mafura's trying to get over there. And he's done well to stop that, but they will come back for the knock-on. 25 minutes gone. Sharks have possession, 7 points all. And Mafura, I really like Tapiwa Mafura. I think he's a quality player. I would almost say I would prefer him to Fassi because he's solid. I like this guy, Tapiwa Mafura. I think he's good. I've got to admit, I'm not much of an Afilele Fassi fan anymore. I'm just not. I think he's very rarely at his best. And He's a bit childish. Um, but yeah. Referee today is Andrea Piardi, with assistant referees Benoit Rousselet and Filippo Russo with TMO Eric Gauzin. The big number 3 in Henkes van Wijk just receiving some treatment. And the Cheetahs fans probably really happy to see their team back at top flight rugby. It's been a while. I remember when the days when the Cheetahs were like very, very good in the Currie Cup, and the Currie Cup was seen as a kind of an important competition. It's still the oldest rugby tournament in history. And that's why I think this revamp will be really good for it. I don't know if it starts that next year, but there is a revamp coming for the Currie Cup. The Lions are doing well this season. They are. They're doing well this season. I mean, yes, they beat a Newcastle side that is absolutely struggling, but good on them. The Lions are putting together wins that the Sharks aren't. So good on them. So scrum midfield. Grant Williams feeds. And the Cheetahs have just walked straight through that Shark scrum. It's come out the back, and the Cheetahs have claimed it. And the Shark scrum dismantled. Pienaar dabs over the top. Mapimpi has to go back, and he is smashed by Juandre Rudolph. Etzebeth picks it off the side. Risky out the back pass to Van Vuren, but it does come away okay. Well, Williams to Oxenchae. Van der Merwe tackles him well. Big number 6, Gideon Van der Merwe. And Grant Williams with a long box kick to relieve that pressure on the Sharks. Excuse me, I've got to get my stream back up because it's decided it doesn't want to work anymore. Oh, no, so he didn't get it out. So the Cheetahs managed to run it back. To his forwards. Good tackle from James Fenter. Mafura standing in at the second receiver, and Fortain with a dink over the top. It's gone too far. It's into the Sharks' in-ball area, and it rolls dead. So they'll go all the way back from where he kicked it. Let's see. I think this will be the first Lions playoffs in the URC season. Yeah, I hope so. I'd love to see the Lions in the playoffs. I mean, the Sharks are just woefully down the bottom of the log, with 1 win from 7, I think it is. But that Springbok laden Sharks scrum absolutely dominated there. And this is a hard surface here in the Cheetah Stadium, so that ball bounced hard and rolled all the way. So Sharks now will want to rectify that scrum, because that was unimpressive. Territory up into the 70% for the Cheetahs at 73, 64% possession as well. So the Sharks, just considering they've had no possession or territory, 7-all, not bad, but still they should be doing so much better. So it'll be a Sharks attacking scrum just inside their own half, and Grant Williams will want to use this ball quickly and get it to his speedsters out wide. I'll tell you what, one Sharks player who's doing exceptionally well since moving away is Takia Abrams. He is killing it for his French side. Ball's not out. Pienaar trying to slow it down. Williams decides to leave it in. He then brings it out. Fussy playing first receiver to Mapimpi. They're into the Cheetahs half over the 10-meter line. Williams. Oh, it's good inside ball to Noche. Cheetahs counter-rucking strongly. And they've turned it over. The Cheetahs are bullying the Shark side. Lawrence swings it out wide to the number 6, Gideon Van der Merwe, out to Jasper. Jasper takes on Buthelezi, and he forces him to chip, which is good. And the Sharks having to gather back. Fassi makes a mess of it at the back. And there's an absolute penalty for knocking it on, playing it in an offside position on the floor. The Cheetahs are all over this Shark side. And once again, it's Fassi who cannot gather. Cheetahs take it quickly. They've gone blind, and they are over. He breaks through 2 tackles in Fenter and Werner Koch, and Cheetahs take the lead 29 minutes into this first half. And the Sharks are just all over the place. Fassi is not handling any kicks behind at all. honestly, like there are a couple players for the Sharks that just don't put together a string of good performances. Fussy never does, and Cohen Bosch never does either. Takia Abrams is looking very good at fullback for Lyon. He is, and he's carving up teams. They just don't have enough to put teams away. Although they did actually against the Bulls, didn't they? So, good on them. So, Ruan Pinar, from more or less the same position as last time, will have a chance to extend the lead to 7 points as we're about to enter the last quarter of this first half. Let's see. Will Pinar manage to slot this and put them into a 7-point lead with 10 minutes to play in this first half? Pinar launches it. And he's missed this one. 12 points, plays 7. 5-point deficit for the Sharks. Really poor tackles there from three Sharks players, and it's Gideon van der Merwe who just forces his way over. Gideon. Leroux Roots has gone off, and Corneral is on the field. Sekikete takes the restart. Walter Chamberlain's a far better 10 than Cohen Bosch, and I don't even like Cohen Bosch that much at 15. Pinar feeds Lawrence. Lawrence clears, and he has found a good touch in this kick. I think Cohen needs to actually go to a different club. Like I think he'll be really good in France, but he just doesn't. He's not. He's had what 10 years or not something crazy at the Sharks and done very little. So I think he actually really does need to leave the club for his own good as well as the Sharks. So Sharks go to the back of the line out, and it's another overthrow. It has touched the referee, but he's allowed to play on, and it's Marnus van der Merwe comes away with it, steaming into the Sharks' half. And they put another kick through, but this time it's well covered by Fassi for once in his life. And he launches a kick downfield into the Cheetahs 22. It's a decent bounce, many bounces on that kick from Fassi, and Fortain eventually clears. Brings play just up to the Cheetahs 10-meter line. So it is a bit of a gain there from the Sharks, but Tipio Mafura did really well to keep that ball in. 46 people watching. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the fan club, as it were. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, BitDefender and BOYLESPORTS. May make some money if you're betting on these games. I did say the Sharks would lose this one, so they should be winning by my track record. Fenter with a really good running line. Noche. High tackle, I think. Cunio stays and doesn't get the ball. It goes to Fenter instead. They are at the Cheetahs 10-meter line now. Grant Williams. Mapimpi. Fassi steps outside, but he is brought down by Boshoff. Oh, and it's been intercepted by the big eighth man in Joandre Rudolph. On his 50th, he launches a pass inside, but it goes straight to Sikambuzo Noche, who just goes straight to ground. Mapimpi's got it off the back, and he's almost through a tackle there. But the Sharks just very loose and very useless, to be honest. Cohen Bosch just decides he's going to try and clear it. Charge down, but Etzebeth picks it up straight away. Oxenche now has it. Pinar tries to get over him. It's come out the back. Grant Williams to Cohen Bosch, who finally gets a kick away. This Shark side looks poor. And Mafura has ample he stepped out there. I think they should check that. He stepped on over the line. Debatable. But the Sharks are playing awfully here. Oh, yeah. Great intercept there from the big eighth man, but he just didn't have the gas and he didn't see that he had a winger outside him. But the Sharks just 6s and 7s playing like absolute crap yet again. And we've only got 6 minutes left of this half. They better come out in that second half and do something. I don't know what is the issue with the Sharks at the moment. Their second string players just don't gel with the box, and it's incredibly frustrating because they should be far better than they are, especially after spending all this bloody money. Sweet Caroline, ring over the tannoy. Jinx RSA mobile. Cheetahs to win by 12. You know what? You might be right. The way this is going, the Sharks are playing like shite, and the Cheetahs are playing, yeah, fairly well. Exiting well, not making the best one-on-one decisions usually, but you know they're putting the Sharks under huge amounts of pressure. Speedrunner, let's see. I think Cohen should be back at 15 and Boyce is at 10. Yeah, Cohen and Fassi are on and off players. They should come back in the second half. I don't know, honestly. Like Miminia, like I used to really like Cohen Bosch, but we are not firing, and when our tens have been playing badly, it usually means that the team is shocking. So the Sharks give away a free kick at the line out just to make their own first half worse. I remember when we had what's his name, Daniel Dupria playing 10 for us. No, sorry, Robert Dupria playing 10 for us, and Bosch couldn't get a look in. We were shocking, and every time Bosch came on, we started playing amazingly. And as soon as Robert Dupria left the club, we got better. And that was purely just one man. He was just not a good 10 for us. He's doing well at Sale, and occasionally switching to 13, which he might have been quite good. Might have been a good idea to switch him there occasionally for us, but he was just not a good 10 for us. And also, Daddy as the coach didn't help his chances at all because he just got to play every weekend and he was awful. So Cheetahs take it out the side through Pinar. Pinar to Lawrence. Lawrence to Fortain. Fortain. Oh, he almost gets an inset there, and they release Cassende, who takes on Werner Cook. He takes on Grant Williams. Oh, and the Cheetahs are over for another try. And Ruan Pinar crashes over in the corner. I think they might check the touchline, but it looks like the Cheetahs have scored a really well worked try there, and it's because Mapimpi went for an intercept. And it's poor. It's poor defense from the Sharks. Really, really well played though from the Cheetahs. Oh, that cutout pass is brilliant. Descended does really well there to get on his outside man, beat Werner Koch, and then get it off in the tackle. Oh, and the try is going to be scratched off. A foot was in touch. But what a well worked move there from the Cheetahs. And they're just doing everything in this first half. The Sharks have got nothing. Let's have a look at this tackle by Fenter. Cassende is brought down by Fenter. Yeah, there, his foot goes down there. Yeah, it's definitely out. But brilliant from the Cheetahs. And it shows what they can do. And I like Cassende, he's fast. So, Sharks, the defensive line out here. 3 minutes left in this half. Sharks still trail by 5. Sharks have lost 4 lineouts. And they throw way over the top. And I would count that as losing another lineout. And they do. They've given away the ball. And it's a knock-on from the Cheetahs, the only saving grace the Sharks have. And that's 6 lineouts, 5 lost from the Sharks. And that was just horrendous. What is going on? At this rate, I think the Sharks need a shit season like this. I think they need to lose as many games as possible because it's the only way something might change. Because they are useless right now. Becky needed to go somewhere to work on his defense. It was shocking. It was, I'll agree, his defense wasn't fantastic. But I can't say Fassi's defense is any better. So, you know what, I would rather have kept him. But I really liked him because he was so rapid and his attack was just so good. He reminded me of Grant Williams, to be honest, just at wing instead of 9. But we know Grant Williams can play wing really well. So there's a reset scrum here. 2 minutes left to play. Sharks are shambles at the moment, especially their line out. I'm sorry, with someone like Eben Etzebeth in your line out, and you're losing 5 flipping line outs. Like, what is going on in this bloody team? Like, yes, the Cheetahs are putting huge amounts of pressure on them, and good on them. They're playing really well. But the Shark side is just crap. So Grant Williams feeds Bosch. No, sorry, feeds Fassi because he's on his left foot. But Fassi clears. I think the Sharks team needs to just get to half time so that John Plumtree can just shit on them. Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. If anyone's going to lose to them, the Sharks will. We lost to Zebre on an 18-game losing streak. If any team will lose to the Cheetahs, it will be the Sharks. I guarantee it. And Zebre. So Cheetahs have the line out just outside the Sharks 22 with less than a minute to play now. Sharks almost getting a steal on that through Rahl. Lawrence decides to step in field. Etzebeth brings him down. They're still outside the 22 here. Ina, with a gap in front of him, opens up, but it's closed quite quickly. Good hands here from the Cheetahs. Mafura steps inside Am. They're into the 22. Bosch has to release in the tackle there. Friedel Ulafir, big forward runners here from the Cheetahs. And there's an advantage there for the Cheetahs. So they will have a free play here, if not a three-pointer. It's gone to ground, so I imagine they'll come back here for the penalty. They will do, and you'd think the Cheetahs will go into the halftime break. 8 points to the good. And they will take the shot. And with Ruan Pinar kicking, it's not a difficult kick. You'd think this will be 15 points to 7. And as per usual, the Sharks are playing like horseshit. I don't know what it is with this team. I honestly don't. Like, it seems like their second string side is so incredibly weak. And when the Box come back in, they've got no continuity or is it some consolation that the Sharks are only one score down or playing as poorly as they are? Well, they should be more. Well, they could have been more through being poor. So no, I'd say it's the only. Yes, you're probably right. Actually, it is probably some consolation, but it's not a consolation I bloody want. Because it means that they can be like, oh, we can come back. Whereas if they're a bit further down, they'd have to pull their finger out. And Pinar does convert, bringing it to 15 points to 7, and an abysmal half for the Sharks comes to an end. And I hope that there is some screaming from John Plumtree in that shed like he used to do 10 years ago, because this Shark side is abysmal. If La Rochelle players don't go to playoffs in Champions Cup, they would definitely go to the Challenge Cup playoffs and win it entirely. Yeah, 100%. So that's half time, 15 points to 7. The Sharks just absolutely useless in that first half, and will need to go away and look at themselves in the sheds and just bring something totally different in this second half. I'll be back with you guys in about 10 minutes. Grab yourself a drink, a refresh, and hope that something different comes out in the second half for the Sharks, because they have been terrible. See you in 10 minutes, guys. Cheers.
Hello and welcome, my name is Reese and I'm going to be chatting to you about one of our channel partners, BOYLESPORTS. BOYLESPORTS is the official betting partner of Forever Sports. Back your favourite teams and players at the most competitive betting odds on all the sporting action on the top leagues around the world. Be sure to check out our betting masterclass series on the Forever Sports channel to see how you can get started with betting with BOYLESPORTS. Sign up today and get a 100% deposit match. So get yourself a BOYLESPORTS account by using the link in the description. BOYLESPORTS is licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. Terms and conditions apply. Hello everyone and welcome to Forever Sports. As one of the leading channels in the world providing free coverage of all of your favourite sports, we are asking for your support. Everything that we create at Forever Sports is available for free and always will be. To help us continue delivering high quality content, as well as expanding our coverage, we are asking you to consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. As part of the Forever Sports Members Club, you will gain access to select perks, such as exclusive stickers and emojis to use during our watch-alongs and live streams. You will also gain early access to premium content, as well as have your name listed on the channel under channel members. We strive to deliver quality content that is unmatched by other channels, and are always looking to take things up another level. And our members give us the chance to do this. It is thanks to our members and other support that we get from our fans that we are able to deliver campaigns such as the France 2023 on the ground coverage. So if you would like to continue supporting the channel and the free coverage that it provides, be sure to check the link in the description to become a channel member now. Hello and welcome, my name is Reese and today I'm going to be speaking to you about one of our channel partners, BITDEFENDER. Forever Sports is proudly supported by BITDEFENDER, one of the global leaders in cybersecurity. Stay safe with the most consistently top-rated antivirus of the last 10 years and counting. To protect yourself from cyber attacks, protect your browsing and personal information, and so much more, get BITDEFENDER. With Bitdefender's premium VPN, digital privacy and freedom is as easy as flicking on a light switch. Bank, stream, and download without exposing a single byte of personal information. Unblock your favorite streaming sites and get access to content that you want to watch on up to 10 devices today. Effective, invisible, and amazingly affordable. Use the link in the description to get started. Hello and welcome, my name is Reese and I'm going to be chatting to you about one of our channel partners, BOYLESPORTS. BOYLESPORTS is the official betting partner of Forever Sports. Back your favourite teams and players at the most competitive betting odds on all the sporting action on the top leagues around the world. Be sure to check out our betting masterclass series on the Forever Sports channel to see how you can get started with betting with BOYLESPORTS. Sign up today and get a 100% deposit match. So get yourself a BOYLESPORTS account by using the link in the description. BOYLESPORTS is licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, and we are back. Can we see the Sharks do something, or will they just, well, do their usual and absolutely do nothing? The Cheetahs are leading them by 12 points. No, is it sorry, 15 points to 7? And in a team where you've got a couple, a decent amount of Springboks and Varsity, who else? Suppose, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad how they're playing, but it's very predictable. Give me 1 second. The game's about to kick off. So Pinar gets us underway and goes very deep to Werner Koch. Werner Koch back inside to Pepsi Buthelezi, who takes on a front rower and a number 5. And doesn't exactly come out of it very well. So Grant Williams will look to clear, just get the exit going. And does Sekekete try to put some pressure on him? It doesn't go out. Oh, and Mafura's dropped it to cold. What? Werner Koch throws it back out of that. To Bosch. Bosch with a wide pass to Noche. Noche to Fassi. Fassi over to Mapimpi. Mapimpi taking on the outside, passes back in field. Benter will go over in the corner, and what a response there from the Sharks. Starting this second half with a bang. And that's the most they've done in 41 minutes of rugby. And finally, they do something. And it's Kasende who just can't get around Fassi to get to Mapimpi in order to stop him. So great try there from the Sharks, and finally they do something notable, shall we say? And it's Francois Fenter who crashes over in the corner. So Cohen Bosch has taken it right back, far outside the 22, as it's quite a tough corner kick. It's a 42-meter kick. He's got 1 out of 2 so far. And it all came from a slight knock on from Mafura, and Werner Koch picking it up and throwing it back. So great start to the second half from the Sharks. Bosch, a lot of kicks, and he's dragged it left. So the scoreboard will read 15 points to 12, but very important score there for the Sharks right in 1 minute of this first half. So Cheetahs will feel like they've only just come back, just left the kickoff, and Pinar will launch another kick, and does so. Buthelezi, it's exactly the same. Grant Williams will set the box kick. This time, I imagine he'll be looking to get it out, though. It goes very high, but it's challenging. Oh, and Etzebeth rises high and gathers it. This is a completely different kind of play from the Sharks. Bosch spreading it wide to Fenter. Fenter steps back in field, takes on the line. He's wrapped up well by Fortain and the number 8 in Rudolph. And the Sharks give away a penalty straight after scoring. Cheetahs could take another 3 points from them. And it is the big number 8, Jean-Andre Rudolph. And to be honest, I rate him. I think he's a good player. And Pinar will line up a shot at goal. This could take it out to a 6-point lead. Yeah, no, see, Fenter should have just passed that instead of cutting back in field. Really, really good good penalty there, forced by the big number 8. Really, really, really well done. If Grant Williams got into his prime, he'd be unstoppable. Can you imagine if Grant Williams played at like the Bulls? Unbelievably, he'd be insane. Can you imagine if he played for a team like who's quite a loose but really exciting side to watch? Can you imagine if Grant Williams played for like La Rochelle? Oh, so good. So Pinar opens the lead up to 6 points again. So Sharks trailing again by 6 points, but a much better start to the second half for the Sharks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We are basically live all the time. You probably all know Steve. So it goes to Mafura, then he goes straight back in field to the big number 8 yet again in Rudolph. And the big forwards are Bernardo through a gap, but not. He's brought down. Pinar to Lawrence. Lawrence decides he's going to clear. Kicks long kick. Oh, it's bounced unfortunately for the man though. It's come back to Mapimpi. Mapimpi infield to Fassi. Fassi being tracked down. He gets ankle tap though. Really, really good ankle tap there. They're up to halfway. Ox to Buttalesi. Buttalesi shakes off one, but he can't really go anywhere. He's been held up by Bernardo. Van Furen out the back to Bosch. Bosch to Etzebeth. Etzebeth over the top, straight to Noche. Noche shakes off his shakes off the number 13 in Fortain. Grant Williams out the side to Fassi. Fassi back into Grant Williams. Has to throw it back to Am. Am to Mapimpi. Mapimpi deciding to go on a little bit of a run himself. Etzebeth helps him. Oh, it's a big shot there on the sides of Karen Van Vuren. Williams to Bosch. Bosch out the back to Am. Am cuts in field. Pinar's got him. Williams again. They're going blind now. Vanderkot gets a quick hands out to Buttalesi. Buttalesi shakes off one. They've made some good meters here. Etzebeth. Good double tackle. Off out the back to Ox. Ox is into the 22. Corneral hands off one. Gives it off to Kuningastesen, who gives it off to Etzebeth. They're in the 22. Etzebeth with a basketball style pass to Bosch. And the Cheetahs definitely off there. Yep, playing the ball on the ground. It's a turnover though. Mafura to Pinar. Pinar will clear. That's it. The Ulster Racing game. That's the one I was thinking of. Where what's his name? Siakalisi lost. I tell you what, these Cheetahs loose forwards are playing bloody well. They are getting turnover after turnover on this Shark side. And a really good clearance there from Pinar. I think these Cheetahs forwards might be getting snapped up fairly soon if the Cheetahs don't start doing better in competitions. So there's a change here, and it is Yandere Lab. No, sorry, not. It's Daniel Martins on for Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe, which one? No, Gideon. So Sharks throw to the middle. They do gather this one. Bosch feeds Fenter. Fenter up to halfway. Grant Williams feeds Noche. Williams. Fenter takes it up a couple of meters. Williams again to Bosch. Bosch to Oxenche. Pienaar can't keep a hold of him. He gets it off to Mapimpi. They're over halfway now. And then Grant Williams with a chip over the top. And the ball's gone out. Rahl was chasing. It was a decent chase, but the ball beats everyone into touch. Sharks are playing better territory game in this second half, at least. Picardi's refereeing well, I think. He's been very good with his communications at the ruck and everything. And the Cheetahs are playing bloody well because of it. I think in a way the Sharks expect to boss this game, and they're just not. So it'll be a Cheetahs line out just inside their own 22. They throw to the middle, and the Sharks don't really get a competition on that. Pienaar, the new man, Martins. Pienaar looking for a box kick. Not really challenged there, so he gets a free box kick away, and it's a decent clearance. Up to about the 10-meter line. Not happy with the touch judge, who he believes he hasn't given him as much. Who do you think is going to be in the new box squad? I think there'll be some new players. I think number 8 will be very interesting. I don't think Ruiz will make it in. Hanekom's definitely going to be in. A couple of Lions players as well. Interesting enough, a couple of Stormers players are playing themselves out of contention. Edsabeth takes it at the line out. Sharks have set a maul, but it's not good. It's not a good maul, this one. Williams is trying to dig for it. He does get it out. Fenter, Bosch. Bosch with a looping pass to Fassi. Fassi can't get away from his opposite man. Cock protects him in the ruck. Throws a wide pass and it's slapped down by a Cheetahs player, but I'd say unintentionally, so it's just a knock on. And the Sharks, worryingly, returning to their sloppiness. A whole host of replacements here. The whole front row for the Cheetahs. And that will be Louis van der Vesthuizen, Aluluto Shakweni, and Lawrence Victor. Laurence Victor. Shakweni. Cool name. Speedrunner, you're quite chatty. Who do you think is going to be in the new box squad? Who do you reckon the new caps will be? Hanekom will absolutely be one of them. You think Nahamba will be in there? I don't think he will. I don't think he will be there. So Kunioste isn't leaving the field, and he's replaced by Handro Jacobs. Kunioste has had a relatively quiet game, I'd say. I'm looking forward to seeing. Well, to be honest, Jaden Hendricks didn't play fabulously in the last couple of games, and I don't know. I almost do want Lionel Currie on the field just for a bit more of game management. Although I would have preferred Butcher Chamberlain and Currie on the bench. Ethan Hooker, I don't know that guy. I think he's on a debut. So Williams feeds the scrum, gets the ball out and goes left to Bosch. Bosch out to Am. Am attacks the line. Good tackle by Boshoff. Grant Williams, the ball is knocked up but goes backwards, so the Cheetahs will it'll be a knock-on, just an advantage to the Sharks. Ox has to go digging for that ball. Passes to Edsabeth. Still an advantage here for the Sharks. Grant Williams to Mapimpi, back to Grant Williams, out to Bosch. Bosch steps, doesn't get away from Boshoff though. And it'll be a scrum. And the Sharks really need to shore up this scrum. It was not going fabulously in the first half. I think it's the first scrum of the second half. No, it's not. There was a scrum about a minute ago. Um, you think Mohammed will be in there? Interesting. I don't know if he will be, um, because there are so many good nines and enough tens that I don't think he'll be in there. They might have him in and around the squad, but I don't know if he'll get game time. Oh, there's a TMO review here for something that Jandre Rudolph has done. So we're just waiting for the videos from the TMO. But it must be something serious. So here we go. So it's Jandre Rudolph, the number 8. What's he come and done? You know what? I mean, I yeah. I mean, to be honest, his hand goes up. So it's the rule always used to be that it would just be a knock on if your hand's going up. Um, as long as you didn't slap it down, which he didn't do. But it is a penalty just outside the Cheetahs 22. I have a feeling the Sharks will go for the line here instead of the court, instead of the points. And I think that's probably the right call here. They need to set that maul, get another rolling maul try, and potentially take the lead. Can't believe the Sharks have lost 4 lineouts. It's shocking. Sharks have lost half their lineouts. Did you say Frank Horn? I didn't, but he should be there. He's playing bloody well as well. Thing is, there are so many good number 8s in SA at the moment, and they're all fairly new. Sharks are almost up to the line. No, Noche has it off to Grant Williams. Grant Williams steps inside, and Grant Williams saunters over, stepping 2 men. And the Sharks are over, pretty much under the sticks through Grant Williams. And that should be 19 points to 18. So the Sharks should take the lead here. Grant Williams is just quality. They did really well to stop that drive from going over the line, and they were challenging really well at the back of that maul. But Grant Williams steps 2 men in a box. Oh, he's good. Grant Williams is someone we absolutely cannot let go. And there we go. The Sharks are finally in the lead in this game. And it's 19 points to 18, thanks to Grant Williams' quick feet. Now the Sharks need to keep this lead, and they do not want to concede points immediately after scoring a try. 15 minutes into the second half, so we've got 25 minutes left. Still plenty of time in this game, and there's only 1 point the difference. Pienaar will get us underway again. And with this one, he goes very deep again, all the way to Cock. Cock inside to Venter, I think. And it's a very good kick. The Cheetahs do take it quickly. Lawrence launches a massive high bomb. Got snow on it. And Mafura chasing after it, takes it brilliantly. Cheetahs into the Sharks' half easily. Pienaar thinking about going left, decides to go right to his forwards. And there's a penalty. A neck roll from a Cheetahs player. So the Sharks will have the penalty. And that's a let off there for the Sharks. Grant Williams would have scored a banger of a try against Scotland if Johnny Sexton didn't ankle tackle. Do you mean against Ireland? Because Johnny Sexton doesn't play for Scotland. No, I do like Grant Williams. He's bloody amazing. Oh, and it's an awful kick to the line from Bosch. Doesn't even get 10 meters near it. And Mafura with a much better return. The Sharks take it quickly though. Williams inside to I think. Launches a far kick, but the bounce is really good for the Sharks. Lawrence. That's all right, speedrunner. And that's just such a poor kick there from Cohen Bosch. And here we go, the changes. Yeah, fair enough. Here are the changes from the front row. Van Furen is off for Uester, Dan Uester. Chunu has come on. Chunu. So I think he's on for Ox. Because Cunningham stays and had already gone off. So yeah, he must be on for Ox. And Jaden Hendrickser is on. So Grant Williams is off. Hendrickser out to Van Rens. Sorry, not Fafenta to Am. And it's a penalty to the Sharks. Penalty to the Sharks, so they'll probably look to go for the touchline here. And hopefully anyone else kicks. Oh, okay. Cohen Bosch will actually be going for the points. It's about, I'd say about a 52, 53 meter kick. What was the penalty for? Well, I mean, Noche could have been penalised there for diving straight over. So this is a big shot here for Cohen Bosch. I think Blitzbox will qualify for the 2024 Olympic. Yeah, I think they will. Like they've been a bit. They weren't. They were terrible in Cape Town, but we know how good they are. They will be there. So Bosch launches it. Certainly got the distance and the accuracy. Bosch notches a 3-pointer. 22 points, plays 18. So the Sharks, and specifically John Plumtree, they'll be a much happier camp. And I think that brings us up to about the 60th minute. With 20 minutes left to play, the Sharks lead by 4. So just a quick water break. It does look like quite a hot day down there in old Bloomy. So there's a quick water break to regather, get some liquid refreshments, and have a young chat, and get a towel on the head. Argentina performance is excellent. So yeah, Argentina they've just come out of the woodwork in the last couple of years, and they are so good now. Still water break. I always thought these water breaks were a bit too long. So the game will restart with exactly 60 minutes and 1 second on the clock. And Ruan Pinar will get us underway again. His third kickoff in this second half. Pinar goes high and long again to Hendrickser. Hendrickser almost charged down there, gets away a shaky kick, about 10 meters outside of their own 22. But you had to rush that one. And there we go. The possession and territory have more leveled out now. So Cheetahs on attack through Rudolph. Pinar to the big number 18 and Victor. Pinar again, just Lawrence changing direction, decides to try a cross kick here. It's really well fielded by Werner Koch. Quickly played though by what's his name? Werner Koch. And Pinar's back, sends it high for Mafura to chase. Fassi claims it. Mafura takes him down. Hendrickser to Bosch, Bosch to Fenter, Fenter to Am. Am decides to kick. And it hasn't. Oh, it's a good kick here. It's into the 22. Pinar's going to be under pressure to get the ball away. And it's not a great kick. It's straight to Bosch, who steps one and then is tackled almost at halfway. Hendrickser to Buthelezi, who passes behind Fassi. Chris Smith, I don't think has ever played. And the ball's come loose. Martins has come away with it, and he reaches and scores. And a run against the run of play. The Cheetahs take the lead again. A small Sharks mistake costs them 7 points. Pass went to ground, and Martins stabs it forwards and just has enough to pick it up and get to the line. And it was Fassi who made the mistake in the tackle. Cheetahs take the lead. And that will be 25 points to 22. And once again, the Sharks are behind with 17 minutes to play. And to be fair, it was a poor pass from Buthelezi, who was under pressure, and then Fassi can't hold on to it in the tackle when he picks it up. Excuse me. So there's a change here coming, and it's Yandre Labaskafni, who comes on for... Oh, there's a change for the Cheetahs as well. So Pinar's gone to 10, which means that what's his name? Lawrence is off, and Ethan Hooker is on as well. And Cheetahs do manage to take it, but it's gone behind Mafura. They do manage to clean it up. They're still in their 22. Always inside, call from the referee. Cheetahs still using it. It's the number 22 who's come on as well in Ruan Kruger. So yeah, Pinar's at 10 now. Oh, Sharks will be annoyed. It's amazing that Ruan Pinar's still playing. Unbelievable. And he's still looking good. Sharks go to the front. They finally win their own line-out. Hendrickser out to Bosch. Bosch out to Fenter, who knocks it backwards. Decides to cut back in field, cuts back in again, beats one, beats two, offloads to Mchunu to Pepsi Buthelezi, who's free. He's into the 22. Hendrickser recycles off to the new big man in, what's the number? Henry Jacobs. Bosch with a cross kick, and it's to Mapimpi, and Mapimpi is over in the corner, but he's going to run it round. And it's a really well-worked try there from the Sharks. And now the game is becoming a bit looser, a bit more flowing, and Mapimpi does get a try in this game. The Sharks take the lead. 15 minutes to play. Sharks should be 4 points clear. But what a run from Pepsi Buthelezi there. And a perfect pinpoint kick from Bosch. and there are Cheetahs players down there who are not particularly happy. Let's see. Let's see what Ethan Hooker can do. I mean, I don't know anything about him, so this will be an interesting 15 minutes to see how he goes. So Bosch should put the Sharks 4 points clear here. Bosch lining it up. Kicks, and it's over. So the Sharks do regain their 4 point lead. It was a pinpoint accuracy there from Cohen Bosch, and Mapimpi just kind of strolls over. And I wish this bloody stream would stop reloading. So Ruan Pinar once again will restart the game. Sharks do gather it. They're outside the 22. Hendrickson will look to set the box kick, I think, and does so. Height more than distance, but it's not a bad kick, and it's come back on the Shark side. And Chunu, the knock on from Mafura in the air. And Furin out the back. Sorry, not Furin. And Hendrickson tries to tip over the top. Hendrickson is suddenly somehow got back into Hendrickson's hands. He goes for a basketball pass to Bosch. Bosch pumping. Mapimpi's got it. Mapimpi takes on the man. He's 1 meter short, but held up. The ball will come back on the Shark side. Butalezi hit hard in the tackle from the 21's Former. Advantage to the Sharks. They will have the penalty. Hendrickson to Ethan Hooker. Gets less than a meter out. Hendrickson passes off to replacement Dan Uester, who dives over in the corner. There is no try though. There was an infringement for the Sharks, but they were playing on a penalty advantage, so they'll come back for the penalty. Definitely a better second half from the Sharks. Yeah, they really are. But still a lot to work on, but yes. And it's Lucanio who stops that try from being scored actually by an illegal clear out. Not reckless, but he doesn't allow the players to set defensively. And it looks like the captain of the Cheetahs, Sekekete, will be leaving the field. In which case, I think Carl Wechner's come on. Sharks will be taking a quick tap here. And it looks like it's going to be on Chunu. It is. He's very well stopped by the Cheetahs. Corneral feeds Etzebeth. Hendricks has got it. Uester being supported by Etzebeth. Stopped really well by the Cheetahs players. Another penalty advantage to the Sharks for offside. Sharks are about a meter out. Hendrickson goes behind to Ethan. Oh, and Bosch has got it. To Ethan Hooker. He's not playing bad. It's just not really a backline game right now. Hendrickson looking one way, looking another, decides to go kind of has to go himself and gets monstered, but they'll come back for the penalty. And it's Daniel Martins who is penalised. So the Sharks will have another crack. And it's Fussy being semi-childish there, but... So Bosch will go to the corner, and you'd think they'll set a rolling maul drive here. It's worked well for them so far. Sharks do have a bonus point now. With 10 minutes left to play, we're in the final 10 minutes. Sharks could go out to a more than a 1 point score, a one score lead. Sharks lineouts have been far better in this second half, but still, the fact that they've lost four is going to be troubling for old JP, John Plumtree. Just Corneral down at the moment, receiving some treatment on, I think it's his ankle. So possession-wise, almost equal. Sharks have now actually gone into the lead possession-wise with 51%. Tackles made, 74 for the Cheetahs, 87 for the Sharks. Tackles missed, though, 16 missed for the Cheetahs and only 8 missed by the Sharks. So that's where they're starting to slip off, are the Cheetahs. So it looks like play will finally get underway again with the lineout. And looks like they'll try and throw Etzebeth up here. No, they don't. It's number 20 in Lapaskachny. Sharks do have the ball. They've set the maul. They're going backwards at the moment. Okay, the referee lets the players come in. Hendrickser to Ethan Hooker. Hendrickser again to Dan Neuster. Oh, sorry, Jacobs, and he rolls out of 2 tackles. Oh, it's ooh, that could be a penalty. Yeah, and it is an attempted intercept. Okay, so it's not a penalty. It's going to be a knock-on for a genuine attempted intercept. So Sharks will have a scrum. 8 minutes to go in this game. 4 points separate the two sides, but the Sharks have a very handy attacking scrum here. Sharks have scored 22 points to 10 in this second half, which is an interesting stat considering. Possession now 53% to the Sharks, but territory still in favor of the Cheetahs at 55%. And from this angle, a scrum in the center of the field, with the talent the Sharks have in that back line, they have to score from here. So number 3 for the Cheetahs in Henkes van Beek. He has to come back onto the field due to an injury to, I think it was Victor, Lawrence Victor. I say, oh. Lawrence Victor having to be taken off on the golf cart stretcher. Not on the stretcher, he's not lying down, but he has to be carried off the field, and I think that's because no one can carry him. So Sharks, really, the Sharks need to score here. They really should. Of course. Give me a second. Stream just needs to be restarted yet again. So Sharks about to set the scrum. And scrum will be reset. Quite like the referee's kit. How pink it is. Nice. Welcome to all 47 of you. I hope you guys had a good start to your weekend. Although, actually, I say good start. I mean, it's almost over at this point. Hopefully, you enjoyed Bok Day, which I know was on Friday. So, the nice thing is, only one South African team has to lose this weekend, and that's because of one of these teams to lose. Or a draw, I guess. But Hendricks will feed the scrum. Fairly solid from both sides. Starting to creak. Hendrickson does pick it up. He fires it out the back, but it's not a good pass. And the Cheetahs managed to pick it up first. It's not the best clearance, but it's something. And the Sharks absolutely bombed that scrum. Absolutely failed to execute there. And with 7.5 minutes left, the Sharks will be very frustrated. Hendrickson just couldn't get it out. Sharks will have a line out just about 10 meters outside of the Cheetahs 22. Juster to Hendrickson. Hendrickson, awful pass inside to Mapimpi, who then knocks it on and gives away a penalty because it's been in front of the man. And it's a great kick for the Cheetahs to the touchline inside the Sharks 22. And could this be the Sharks capitulating again? And it's an awful pass back inside from Hendrickson, practically at Mapimpi's knees. And we shouldn't have taken Grant Williams off. We should have left him on. Hendrickson, I find, is very temperamental. So Cheetahs will have a line-out throw on the Sharks' 22-meter line. 6.5 minutes. The Sharks need to defend strongly here. They bring it down for the maul. Martins breaks off the back. They're inside the 22 now. Krieger. Bernardo playing really well here. Pinar to Boshoff. Can't release the pass to Mafura. Krieger and Cohen Jasper beats Werner Koch on the outside, hands off Mapimpi, and strolls over. And absolutely shockingly weak defending from one Springbok and a Blitzbok. And Cohen Jasper easily gets over there for a brilliant try. And the Sharks concede the lead again. Shocking defense. And it all came from a stupid Jaden Hendrickson mistake. Yeah, that's for Koch, he should have been wider, but Mapimpi was just poor. 5 minutes left, and the Sharks are going to be 3 points down. I mean, speedrun, I agree with you, but they failed that scrum so badly that I don't think they know what that means. I love the whole hashtag fear the Finn. I don't think any team fears the Sharks anymore. Why would they? And this Cheetah side, they deserve every bit of credit. They are playing really well. Yes, they're being handed a lot of mistakes by the Sharks, but I mean, right, Bosch will get us underway. 4.5 minutes left. The Sharks need to do something fast. Mafura takes it well. Toma carries it outside the 22. Krieger feeds his forwards. Trying to set a platform here through Olafia. 4 minutes left of this half of the game, rather. Krieger feeds Pinar. Pinar will clear. And it's a good clearance there from Pinar. But it's a very good clearance there from Pinar. Brings play inside, just inside the Cheetahs half, about 10 meters from the halfway line. And the Sharks need to do something quickly, otherwise they are going to be losing to a Cheetahs side that haven't played much rugby in what feels like years. And honestly, I don't think it gets any more embarrassing than what the Sharks have done this year. So Juster will throw in. They go to Etzebeth. They set the maul. Juster has it at the back, but he has to break off. Maul's not going anywhere. Ethan Hooker. Bosch at the back. Mapimpi met well in the midfield by Toma. Hendrickser. Hendrickser again. Bosch steps inside again. Eventually wrapped up by Louis van der Vesthuizen. Mchunu met well. They're still on halfway with 2.5 minutes to play. The Sharks need to do something. Really strong defense here from the Cheetahs. Martins with a great tackle. Hendrickser to Fassi to Bosch. Bosch whips it wide. And it's behind Mapimpi. Mapimpi breaks one tackle, but then is brought down. Hendrickser to Etzebeth. Etzebeth to Bosch. Bosch out the back with an average pass to Fassi. Fassi taking on Pinar. Bounces Pinar, but then is met by Troma in a stopping tackle. Must release. Hendrickser. Final 2 minutes. And just a knock on in the tackle there, but the Sharks just going nowhere. In fact, going backwards. And this is huge defense here from the Cheetahs. And the Sharks are probably going to lose this game. I'd love it if the Cheetahs went on to win the Champions Cup, play the Challenge Cup. Be amazing. But I've got to admit, like, the Sharks are fairly embarrassing at this point. They really are. Zero game control ability. Not a calm head between them. And they will probably lose this game. With a minute and a half left in regulation time, the Sharks are down by 3 and on their own 10-meter line. Pinar giving us a few words of wisdom to his forwards. Friedel Ulafir had a really good game, 11 carries, 8 gain line successes, and 11 tackles. The man's a machine. Played bloody well. Our biggest mistake was actually taking off Grant Williams. Tell you what, Lionel Crenier is not even going to get on. He's the only unused player, I think. Hendrickser will feed the scrum. Almost a minute left in this game, and the Cheetahs are monstering the Shark scrum. It does come out. Hendrickser slaps it up to Hooker. No, I don't want to see GNT in the center. Maul's called, and the Sharks are going to lose. The Sharks get turned over, and this looks very much like a win for the Cheetahs. Sorry, Lionel Crenier is on. With like a minute. So the Cheetahs just have to win their own scrum here, and they win the game. And the Sharks will only get 2 bonus points out of this match. And honestly, this Sharks team is just poor. Like, with the Springboks they have in this side, this is embarrassing. And I'm actually almost glad that the stream decides it has to refresh right in the because I know they're gonna lose this game. 12 seconds left. All the Cheetahs have to do here is win this scrum and kick the ball off the park. Referee's called time off. Yeah, I don't think Gianti would make a good center. At this rate, I don't see John Plumtree lasting very long either. And I don't think it's his fault. I think we've spent too much money on positions we didn't need to fill in place of positions we desperately did need to fill. Yes, but so speedrunner. Remember when we thrashed? I think it was the Dragons, and then we lost to whoever it was the next weekend, the Bulls or whatever. Then we thrash what Poe, and then we get thumped. Well, then we lose to the Cheetahs. So like, they not only do the Sharks have zero consistency at all, but they also just they suck. And I'm not taking anything away from the Cheetahs; they've been brilliant. The Cheetahs do get the ball back, and the Sharks will lose to the Cheetahs. And I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that, except just the Sharks are abysmal this year. They are so bad, and I don't know where they go. I genuinely don't, because they get one good result and then they just fall to fucking bits. Absolute garbage. I put credit to the Cheetahs, and well bloody played by them. Really well played by the Cheetahs. Um, Congrats to them. As you can tell, I'm sick of being an England and a Sharks supporter, because they're both pretty crap sides. Um, Other than that, I don't really have much to say about this game. Not a single player from the Sharks really stood out, except maybe Grant Williams. And we took him off when we've like just gone into a minor lead. We take off our best player. So yeah, I mean, our scrum, in which we got arguably one of the heaviest front rows in the world, and well, that happens. We performed pretty terribly at the scrum. Our lineups were an absolute joke, and the Cheetahs were very good for what they have. And congratulations to them for winning. Um, we'll quickly cut to the review, and then I will see you guys potentially next week, Friday, for the Edinburgh versus whoever they're playing. I think it's a Edinburgh Munster or something like that. But thanks for watching, guys.